missed on the John Tesh Radio Show.
Women are more likely to feel stressed at night than men, and here's why. Because even after working all day, women typically come home to chores and childcare, while men kick back with a beer and watch TV, right? The way we feel when we indulge in a forbidden food, like a Philly cheesesteak, has a major impact on our ability to stick with our diet. Pet ownership, it has been linked to less stress, lower blood pressure, and better heart health.
Intelligence for your life on the John Tesh Radio Show. Don't miss this stuff.
Putting the local back into radio. 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. WOCA News. Variety. Information. Now. Keep your arms and legs on the inside at all times.
WOCA.
All right, 25 minutes before 8 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. It's kind of an overcast-looking Friday. Either that or we're getting closer to autumn. Maybe that's what it is. It's not quite as bright as it usually is,
No,
but
it's
we
in the
are.
fall now. It's September.
It's not fall yet, Ron. We got about 2 more weeks.
Yeah, but we're approaching it.
2 more weeks of summertime. 2 more weeks of summertime. All right, tonight is the first Friday Art Walk downtown Ocala, and we will be there, and so will lots of other artists and musicians, and it's always a fun time, and it is one of the things I like about the autumn and the winter here in Ocala is First Friday Art Walk. So the first Friday of each month, there is always something going on downtown. There's always something going on, but the First Friday Art Walk is the first Friday of every month. So this is the first one of this year. Robin and I will be there. We're going to be outside of a store called Artist Alley.
Yep.
Correct?
Yep.
And in addition to us playing, now Robin plays the mandolin, I play the accordion. We don't sing when we play. We just play old French ballads, old Italian ballads, and it's just fun. We just enjoy doing it. And usually we don't collect tips except for when we raise money for an organization. Mm-hmm. And those organizations are usually either the Marion County Literacy Council.
Yes.
Or the Habitat for Humanity of Marion County.
Yep.
But tonight we're raising money for my niece.
Yep.
My niece, Sarah, who is in band at Trinity Catholic High School or something like that.
They're having a big fundraiser, the band, the Trinity Catholic High School Marching Celtic Band, and we're helping them raise
So we're gonna
money.
do that. So if you want to stop by and drop a nickel or a quarter or a dime or a dollar, whatever, into she'll be there. Sarah will be there.
She'll answer your questions.
And so she'll be there answering the questions. You know, what are they using the money for? Probably to go buy uniforms or I don't know what they use money for.
We have a whole list on Facebook.
I know, but I don't.
Whole list.
I don't know it, and so.
So if you want to go to the Facebook page.
Okay. Well, anyway, so we'll be there tonight. I'm just inviting you to come out and have a good time. And if you happen to see us, which you probably will, if you don't know where Artist Alley is, it's right across from the bank.
Yep, the Bank of America.
And
on
that
the
chocolate
south side.
store is just a few stores down.
Yep, we're east of the chocolate store.
If you ever want to, if you were blindfolded, and you were walking from store to store trying to guess which store you were in, you would definitely know that one.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Because it smells like chocolate.
And they sell ice cream, and it's such a
They
great
do?
store. Yes, they do. They have ice cream
I
there,
didn't
too.
know that. Well, I might get some ice cream tonight.
It's not soft serve. It's in those bucket things.
All right. Well, while we're having a good time, we're enjoying our freedoms, and thank you, veterans and first responders and police and everybody like that. You keep us free. But the world at large is not as fortunate as we are. And so the first part of this half hour is this story about all these refugees who are fleeing the persecution. It's so weird. So there are people who have to leave the land that should rightfully be theirs. And there are smugglers who promise to get them safely to other places. Such is the case with the story that surfaced yesterday about the small Syrian boy. I think he was 3 years old. Mm-hmm. He was either Alan or Galeb. Those are the two names. Both boys died in the water. The smugglers had promised Abdullah Kurdi a motorboat for the trip from Turkey to Greece. Mm-hmm. One step on their way to their new life, they were heading to Canada. Instead, they showed up with a 15-foot rubber raft that flipped in the high waves, dumping Mr. Kurdi. He's the father. He's the man in this story. His wife was on board. She also was tossed into the sea, also died. Their two small sons also died. Mr. Kurdi tried to keep the boys, Ayla and Galeb, afloat, but one died as he pushed the other to his wife. Her name was Rehan. He was pleading with her, just keep his head above the water, but he was the only one who survived. He says, now I don't want to do anything. He said that a day later, which was yesterday, from Mugla, Turkey, after filling out forms at a morgue to claim the bodies of his family. You might have seen the photograph of one of the rescue workers picking up the unbelievably sad body of the little 3-year-old boy in the surf off the coast of Greece. Even if you give me all the countries in the world, I don't want them. What was precious is gone. That's a statement from the father. The boy's aunt, I don't know if her, I think it was her, I think his wife is her sister. Her name is, maybe it's his sister. Her name is Tima Kurdi, so it must be his sister. She's the aunt of the 2 Syrian boys who drowned off the coast of Turkey. I do have a soundbite from her. She said that their mother told her she didn't know how to swim before the family attempted to cross the Mediterranean. So here's that soundbite. This is Aunt Tima Kurdi. So she must be the sister of Mr. Kurdi.
I sent him the money with 3-4 people, 1,000 here, 1,000 there. And he received the money. He's supposed to go by himself only, same as Muhammad did, because it's expensive for the whole family. The smuggler, they want 1,000, 2,000 per person. I get a phone call from him, and he said, if I gonna go by myself, my wife Rihanna, she cannot work to support herself. I know you only can pay the rent for them, because she has those 2 boys. She cannot work in Turkey. How about if we go all of us? And I said, if you know you can do it, go ahead and do it. And that's what happened. His wife told me on the phone a week ago, I'm so scared of the water. I don't know how to swim. If something happened, how about let Abdullah go? I don't want to go. And I said to her, I cannot push you to go. If you feel like you don't want to go, don't go. But I guess they decide they want to do it all together.
So that's the aunt of the 2 boys, the sister of the dad. The 3-year-old that was found on the beach, his name, that's Aylin. I just found it on here. Mm-hmm. He was dressed with his cute little shoes and face down in the surf. It was just a sad thing to see. And as sad as that is, there have been millions of refugees and thousands who have died. But that one little boy, because of the way that we as human beings are affected by imagery like that, maybe that one image will force us to perhaps rethink some of the things that we've been thinking. Social media picked up on it. The photograph has forced us all to confront the consequences of our failure to help migrants fleeing the Middle East and Africa to Europe in search of hope, because they can't live in their own lands. These are not, they're chasing Christians away, as you all know, and Jews have always been chased away from everything for whatever reason. Yeah. But these people were actually Muslim because, as Glenn Beck says, they're not Muslim enough, which is, it's just absolutely unbelievable that we're allowing bullies on this planet to force people to leave. The man is a barber, so he lived a very humble life, living with his wife and his children, cutting people's hair for a living, but he's not allowed to live there because he's not Muslim enough. Isn't that the most ridiculous thing you've ever heard? And we're letting bullies push us around.
Yeah, get rid of the bullies. Just get rid of the problem.
And then we're screaming that we should not continue to abide by our once upon belief that give us your huddled masses. You know, Aylin, perhaps more than the anonymous decomposing corpses found in the back of a truck in Austria. That was last week. That shocked Europe. This one little boy is perhaps making us think about this. So.
Well, when it was said, give us you're tired, you're hungry, you're poor, they weren't being run out like they are now. So now we have to get rid of the problem.
Yes, they were. There was a bunch of reasons people came here. We'll be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. It'll be partly sunny today with a couple of showers and thunderstorms in the area, mainly this afternoon and evening. High today 87 to 91. Partly cloudy, warm and muggy later tonight, though 72 to 76. But tomorrow, intervals of clouds and sun with a thunderstorm around in the afternoon, high 87 to 91. On Sunday, sunshine and some clouds with a couple of thunderstorms in the afternoon, high 87 to 91. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Chip, I know we made believers out of those who thought there was no such thing as a free ride. No interest on most new Fords for 72 months? Well, Ford, Lincoln of Ocala and Village Ford of Bellevue is sweetening that terrific deal even more.
Really?
How about free fuel for a year?
Free fuel for a year?
Simply visit FordofOcala.com or MyVillageFord.com. Schedule a test drive of any vehicle on the lot, and you become automatically eligible to be chosen to receive free fuel for a year.
That's just another great reason to shop for your next car, truck, SUV, or crossover at Ford, Lincoln of Ocala or Village Ford of Bellevue.
Aside from being eligible to receive free fuel for a year, the very best reason to buy from Ford, Lincoln of Ocala or Village Ford of Bellevue is the service, the selection, and of course, the price.
That's right. You don't have to wait for a holiday or, quote, sales event at Ford, Lincoln of Ocala or Village Ford of Bellevue. Every day's a sale day.
Where have I heard that before?
Fuel for a year eligibility requires valid licensed driver over 21. One entry per person per household, must complete test drive. Fuel for a year winner will receive preset amount of $1,200 in the form of a service station debit card. See dealer for complete details.
Are you in need of custom screen printing, embroidery, or promotional items? Then look no further and come visit the brand new Legacy Team Sales. LTS is conveniently located off 17th Street next to Armstrong Homes in beautiful Ocala. We offer the best prices and highest quality products for your company, team, school, or non-profit